Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, joined by my co-host, the Sandland Boy Patrick, and the beautiful Nichelle. What's up, peoples? We face the New Orleans Saints. And why am I excited? Not because I think we're going to win the game or anything like that, but we're in the middle of a quarterback controversy, and we get our first look at our rookie second-round pick of this year, Jalen Hurts. he gets to play. They set down our franchise quarterback, Carson Wentz, and they're giving the young guy a shot here. So I'm kind of excited to see what this guy is going to do. It's a lot of implications that come from this start here. I was thinking just yesterday, like, if this guy is successful today, if he wins today, he might save the coach and GM's job for at least another year. That's very, very, and I know everybody's calling for Doug's head, everybody's calling for Howie, but just keep this in mind. If Jalen Hurts comes out and has a magnificent game and somehow miraculously leads us to a win over the New Orleans Saints, I don't see it happening. But if he does do that, he will be saving the GM and the coach's job. Think about that. Now I'm going to ask, do you really want this guy to succeed? I don't know. Do you really want this guy to succeed? But without further ado, let's start this first quarter, and we'll talk about it.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
All right, guys, you are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, as we enjoy our favorite libations. So please join us as we, start this virtual online tailgate, which we call our pregame show. Join us this week. Today I am partaking in the Crown Royale Black. My co-host over there, Pat, what are you doing?
I'm doing the Hennessy.
He doing the hen dog. Oh, you know what? And look at it. And see that I didn't see any wait for me to ask this. She just got her Captain Morgan up there. Captain Morgan. So Michelle is doing the Captain Morgan. Let me know what you're doing out there, and let's get this first quarter started. So everybody raise your drink to our Philadelphia Eagles and our rookie quarterback today. Okay, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Tennessee.
I don't like the hen dog. I don't like the hen dog. I always say that. I don't like the, take my black card, Shannon Sharp, come see me and all that.
Hey,
I'm not a hen dog drinker. I'm sorry.
Hey, all listen, right, so, we in a bad space right now, so I got to drink something.
All right, okay. All right, so nobody said anything yet, but let me just address the elephant in the room, the real elephant in the room. I'm here. On Sunday, and I said I wasn't going to be here anymore if we lose 4 games, and we lost them. But I also said I could be bribed, and my co-host offered me a tomahawk steak for me to come back. And guess what I have here? I have a tomahawk steak. I need that, that needs to be, boom, solo shot on the tomahawk. Tomahawk, baby. I'm back. I could easily be bribed, and I was. So I'm back here today, and we are going to all go through this together. So, yeah, I'm going to suffer with you guys. Let me address the first person in the room, and that was Henry, and he knew he was first. He said first. So Henry he said first. Isaac is second. Isaac is in there. I can't really see your emojis from where I'm sitting. Darnell is third. And Drexel Davis is in the house. Tom 4-1. Hello, everybody. Hello. Tony Burren is in the house. Good morning from down under. He's from down under in Australia, if you guys didn't know that. I know he's a regular. So, Tony, let us know what time it is again. I'm always confused as what time it is, but I know it's like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. He is a avid Eagles fan to be watching from down under, and he has to get up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and then go to work. I'm assuming. I don't know. Richard Boo is in the house. He says, what's up, Eagles family? What's up, Richard? Brian is in the house. What's up, everybody? What's up? Delbert, what's going on? Bird Gang. And my man John Baptiste is always tuning in from South Carolina. Bird Gang checking in. 8:43 in the house. Eagles Talk. What's up? What's up, John? Thanks for joining us, man. All right, so, wait a minute. My co-host, our other co-host is in the room also. I got to give him some time. If I was a betting man, this is Shell. He's not here. He's on assignment. But if he was a betting man, I would put 500 on the Eagles today, plus the points. Hurts is a winner. He won at Alabama. He won at Oklahoma. He would go work out after the game in college. He is special. He is a winner. All right. So you know what that means. Take all your money and put it on the other team.
Well, let me get to this. Let me get to the inactives
all
before
right,
we
go
get
ahead,
to
to
this.
the inactives.
Because there's some interesting inactives. For the Philadelphia Eagles, linebacker T.J. Edwards, cornerback Michael Jacquet, safety Rudy Ford, safety Garland Arnold, running back Jason Huntley, third string quarterback Nick Suffield, and wide receiver John Hightower.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
John Hightower. Go ahead. Who's
For the
inactive
Saints,
for them?
defensive tackle Malcolm Brown, quarterback Travis Simeon, wide receiver Dante Harris, cornerback Ken Crawley, tight end Garrett Griffin, offensive lineman Derek Kelly, and running back Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery. All right. Hey, you know what? From now on, we're gonna do the opposing team first, and then save our team for last. We'll
course.
do that. Because I like to make a comment on our inactives, and then we have to wait and go to. So, I am surprised that John Hightower is not active because unless they're still, you think they're still trying to win games? Do you guys think?
Well,
that this
I
team
mean,
is,
they put the second round pick out there. They got JJ Arthur Whiteside playing today, baby.
Oh, so no, they're not trying to win. Okay, if that's the case, maybe they're not trying to win. If JJ is active, then maybe they are trying to do a youth movement. I don't know. All right, so this is a shit show. This shit show is still going on. It is still going on. And like I said before in the opening, if Jalen Hurts wins this game, he is going to save Howie and Doug's job. If he wins this game and he does good, or if he is close to winning this game, looks good, and plays in the final 4 games and looks good, he's going to save Howie and Doug's job. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that, Michelle, knowing that could be a possibility?
It's smoke and mirrors. I mean, rookie QBs are 1-6 against the Saints since 2016. So this gonna be a tough one. Yeah, it's a job saving one, but I think they also want to get a look at what else they have for the future, almost like a scrimmage. But that O line still is the O line, and so I'm a little worried for Hurts. I think he's going to perform well, but I'm worried, about his future, because they are putting him behind this craptastic O line. So yeah, it's definitely going to save a few jobs. But even if he performs well, Doug can't keep calling the plays. They still got to get another OC and possibly a quarterback coach and shore up this O line, because it's not going to matter. You can't sustain that. So
I agree. You can't sustain it with the offensive line that they have. I mean, playing the way that they have played. We did hear that Jason Peters is having the season-ending surgery, so we're not going to have to suffer through seeing. I'm upset about his play, and we all come down on him because we know that he's past his prime. But in all reality, he's still a future Hall of Famer. So much respect to you, JP, and all that. And it might be the last time. And I've said this the past 3 seasons, so I shouldn't say it. But this may be the last time we see Jason Peters in the Eagles uniform. And I've said that the past 3 years, and I've given him his kudos every time I say it. And I'm not going to stop today. If that was the last time, we thank you so much for your service. I wish that you would have stepped out the first season I said this, and you wouldn't have tarnished your legacy as much, because I think it's just a tad bit tarnished with the last couple of years that he played. But all in all, he's still a Hall of Famer. So thank you, JP, for all that you've done. But with that being said, so now we have Herbig in there at guard, Driscoll at tackle, Malata. So we got a young offensive line here. If they play better and Doug does a better job of play calling, which he is capable of doing. I mean, as much as we are down on Doug, he has always turned it around in situations similarly. Like when Wentz went down and Foles had to finish the season out after the Super Bowl. Doug Peterson went in and revamped his play calling and play design, and Nick Foles was successful in the last 4 games of that season, and even 1 game into the playoffs, we had some success. So Doug has it in him to do that, and if he does that today and gives Jalen Hurts an opportunity to, I know I got people working in the house.
Stalling and whatnot.
All right, okay, so I'm going to pass it on to you. But if he is successful in changing his play calling and play design to suit the young guy and put him in a better position, we might have a better Doug Peterson. What do you think, Pat?
I think today he's definitely going to cater the offense towards the ability of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, when he was in college, he almost threw for 10,000 yards. He has an 8-to-2 interception ratio. He's a very dynamic quarterback, and like my brother said, Shell put in that comment. I mean, he is a winner. Don't get me wrong, but why wait till this rookie come in and you start deviating from the plan that you have with Carson Wentz? Why now you put your offense to accommodate the quarterback? You should have been doing that all year. Why all of a sudden now I think you're gonna have more rollouts, you're gonna have more run plays, you're gonna try to keep him clean. You could have did that with Carson Wentz. Am I correct, or am I reading it wrong?
No, facts. And if he starts running the ball more, how are you going to run the ball more with a stingy run defense?
Yeah.
Today is the day we need to throw. They don't give up 100 yards. Saints defense has not been giving up 100 yards in the past 50 games for any rusher. So, today was the day we actually need some pass plays that gave some different looks. So he has an uphill battle ahead of him.
He does,
as far as play calling.
He does, and I think today we're going to see more RPOs than we ever seen this whole season. And I know there was a comment made there by Christopher Burton, I think a while back, talking about Carson Wentz doesn't like to run an RPO, but is it successful in this offense? And if it's a success in this offense, you need to run it. And now, don't get me wrong, we're throwing Jalen Hurts out to the wolves. We're throwing him out to the wolves, and the only thing that can happen is you sink, or you make it to land. So Dante's down there somewhere. I know he's talking to his fellas, just cleaning up the room. He's throwing up comments. Someone read this from Tony Burton. It's 7 a.m. down in Australia right now, so that's where he's coming from. So if Doug helps out the rookie QB by changing up the playbook, rolling out the pocket, leaning on a run, what does it say about the relationship with Carson Wentz? What do you think about that?
I mean, that's a little disrespectful.
It is.
I mean, how are you not going to help your starter, but you're going to help the backup? That's what I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you purposely sabotage him and put him in this position, therefore sabotaging yourself?
Correct.
And some people, Delbert here saying Wentz doesn't listen. Do we know that for sure? Maybe there's something missing in translation between, him and Doug. You seem to listen to Frank. So I don't know. Maybe Doug is not maybe him and Doug, probably need a circle moment.
I mean, sometimes you get to a point in your relationship with your head coach and the organization, because Carson Wentz has been put in bad situations since he came here. He was anointed starter in 2016 after he got injured during the preseason. They traded the number one quarterback that they had, Sam Bradford, and he was just thrown in there as a starter. He started off hot, but he flamed out during the end of the season. 2017, he had a better productive year, yes, but he got injured. And when injuries come, sometimes they come in waves of 3. The next year he was still fighting off his injury, and he had a back fracture. Next year after that, he played all 16 games, but got concussed in a playoff game. So not only does he have to fight the injury bug, excuse me. No, he doesn't fight the injury bug. He's to fight the stigma of him going against a backup quarterback that's not here any longer. A statue that's outside the building that's devoted to a backup quarterback and a head coach, and he's fighting that year in and year out. Then on top of that, he has to fight the organization drafting another quarterback in the second round. So he's always he's basically, you started his failure right there. So sometimes it might be better scenery makes a better player, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, no, I agree. He definitely will most likely find success somewhere else, unfortunately. And that's going to be a whole nother conversation, because you know how we do here. Somebody will go somewhere and win a chip, and we wonder why they couldn't do it here. But there's deeper problems here than we know about.
Dante, you're back. You're muted, though.
You're on mute.
Yeah, I had a moment of silence from upstairs, so I had to let. Yeah, I'm getting some work done in the house, and both of these guys are Dallas Cowboys fans, and they were all right with me up until now when I go live, and now they was okay. I mean, we had the natural rivalry or whatever, but for the most part, we've been arguing about who team sucks the most, and that's all that we have to argue about right now. But they're doing a good job. They're doing some floors and stuff like that for me. But yeah, I picked the wrong time to go live, and now I go upstairs. It's like, see, this is why I don't like you guys. You see that? I'm on live right now, and now is the time where you want to get the loudest. Wow. Okay, so we had Jacqueline says we had to draft a quarterback because we wouldn't have one. Nah, man. I see this, and this is crazy because if he does, I don't agree with that. I don't think we need to draft a quarterback. It's starting to play out like how he was the smartest guy in the room because Wentz did show up as bad as he did this year. Now we all know there's a lot of circumstances that are contributing to him having a poor season like that. But when you look at it on a glance, it looks like, wow, Howie was smart. Wentz is not who we thought he was, and he had the foresight to draft a quarterback and all that. I don't buy that. I don't think it was a smart move. If he does turn out to be a player, I will clap and congratulate. But I still was not in agreement with them drafting Jalen Hurts as early as they did. Okay, let me see. Oh, that was the end of the quarter. Let's end the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so you're watching Eagles Talk. The Eagles coverage show that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so, and this season we like to do so and be numbed by the alcohol that we drink because that's the truth of the matter this year. Before
the crazy
we were
thing about
having fun and all that, but now we're just numbing ourselves up before we get to the game, so it's not as painful as it looks after we see it. Oh man,
you both took a month off of drinking, and it's still like you gotta drink the beer.
Oh yeah, oh my goodness. It's already tough to do that, right? But it's even tougher when your team is losing. And you be like, damn, I need a drink now. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. All right, but anyway, all right. So let's start this second quarter, Pat.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, so this is an interactive show. This is our virtual tailgate party for the Eagles. We're getting lit up. We're trying to get hyped because we got the young guy coming up, and I'm going to ask you guys in the second quarter, do you want to see him successful? What do you want to see? Because like I said, if he is successful, he's going to save the job of Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman. So do you really want to see him be successful? We'll talk about that in the second quarter. But right now, let's take it down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. No one cares. No one likes us. We don't care. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. No one cares. No one likes us. We don't care. Fly, fly, and we'll go to
Yeah, that's right. Get hype.
Yeah,
they have nothing to play for, but get hype.
Yo. Hey man, we got something to play for. The freaking Giants well, they're losing, so we do got something to play for. Maybe.
What, Pat? What? Pat is the ultimate.
don't
He's
know,
the ultimate
man.
optimist, man.
I don't know. To your question about what do you want to see Jalen Hurts be a success? I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles be a success. It's not just one player. It's not called the Philadelphia Jalen Hurts. It's not called the Philadelphia Carson Wentz. It's called the Philadelphia Eagles for a reason. It represent the area of Philadelphia and the fans that love the Philadelphia Eagles. And therefore, I'm a root for my team regardless who's at quarterback.
Absolutely.
Pat just
Absolutely.
feeding off of people he see on the joint. He just saw John Patty say that. Pat's a front, man. I cannot. And John says, I, in good conscience, cannot root against the Eagles' success. And in theory, that is the way we all should be. But in reality, and I'm rooting in reality, I'm not going to say I'm rooting against the young guy. But do I want to see him? Let me just say, and it comes down to not rooting against the team, but how bad you want to see this the organizational structure change in the Eagles. That's what it comes down to. So it's not the fact that I want to see them to do bad. It's more my priority is getting this organization right, and I see in my mind Howie and Doug having to leave for that to happen, because
You know what, Dante?
if they stay,
I
it's
gotta throw
going to
that
be
up there.
more.
I gotta throw that up there. I gotta do it for you, man.
Flag on the play.
Positive, man. We gotta be positive, man. We gotta be positive. This is a pre-game tailgate show. We gotta get hyped for our team, regardless of we're not.
I was positive the first 10 weeks of the season. And what did they give me? What did they give me? What
I
did they
think he was
give me?
positive like the first 6.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm coming. Look, I still put this. I don't put this on for nothing. If I did not care, I wouldn't be here today. You know what I said. I said I was not coming back on here. I do care. I do want to see nothing but success for our team. But and don't get me wrong, I'm that superstitious fan also. I'm that guy that, oh damn, I didn't sit in the family room. That's why we lost. I should have watched the game in the family. You know what I mean? I do my part. That's why I hold them to the fire. Because I do my part as a fan. As the superstitious fan I am, I do my part. If it takes me wearing the same jersey all year long without washing it, I will do that. I will make that sacrifice for my team. So Jeffrey Lurie, Mr. Lurie, I want you to be just as dedicated as we are as fans. So if it means removing your friend or redesigning his role, because I'm not opposed to Howie staying, but Howie can't be in charge of the draft anymore. That he cannot.
Yeah,
he cannot do that. And he can't have autonomy over football operations, meaning he can't control the coach also. He's wearing. We're talking about Doug Peterson. We're talking about coaches that wear multiple hats, and we said that's not successful, right? Like coaches that try to be the GM and the president and the coach. Too much, right? Well, it's too much for the GM or the president of the organization to be the president of football operations, be the GM, and be the person that controls the staff of the coach. That's too much. You got to rein Howie back some. He has too much power right now. I'm okay with him doing contracts and all that. He can remain in that position, but he cannot. He's not the draft evaluator or the talent evaluator that we need on this team for us to succeed or continue. Well, I can't say continue because we're not succeeding now. But to get us back to our winning ways, this philosophy or this mentality cannot continue to go unchecked. So that's where I am.
Yeah.
As far as seeing the young guy.
Shell's comment, we don't have a philosophy. We don't really have an identity.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles are always going through an identity crisis. When's the last time this team had an identity they could hang their hat on? Seriously.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. You don't know what you're going to get week in and week out with them, you know? So that's not sustainable. So, you know, Doug is going to have to do some soul searching, but you know, he can only, you know, play the man behind the curtain for so long before everything's exposed. He's already starting to get exposed. And you know, he better have success with Hurts or then everybody's going to start looking at him sideways.
All right, here it goes, Shell's one of Shell's comments. Players leave the Eagles and are successful other places because the Eagles. All right, Shell, take off your auto type, John, because
No,
I'm gonna
he does.
I'm gonna
Screaming,
blame it on.
screaming.
I'm gonna blame it on. Yeah, and then that's another thing, and I always get them on there. Like, why are you yelling at me? Like, take your cap locks off.
Yo, he
Don't
does
yell
that
at me
text message.
every time. Every time I'm like, stop yelling at me, man. You're not my father. You talk to me in a regular voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the text world, this is yelling. When you have all caps, you're yelling. Stop yelling at us. All right, but I'm gonna finish reading the comment. Other places, because the Eagles organization does not have any philosophy. If you look at the organizations like the Steelers, the Pats, the Ravens, they have a successful system and stick to it. They draft players that fit, not the other way around. Exactly. So I guess it'd be imperative, of us developing a identity, and I think Doug is trying to. I think he's trying to say that our identity on offense is passing the ball. It's just not successful. It's hard that you want the philosophy or the identity to be pass heavy, but you have the personnel for a successful run game. And this is what good coaches do. They say, all right, look, I want to pass the ball 60 times a game. I want to be the greatest show on turf. But guess what? I don't have that personnel. So you know what? I want to win more than I want more than I want to force feed my philosophy. I want to be successful. So I'm going to alter this offense to suit the advantages of the personnel I have. That's what successful coaches do. And I don't see that in Doug.
Yeah, we don't we've been talking about it all year. His philosophy, he sticks to it. He's stubborn. He doesn't see that there's other opportunities within the offense where you can win. Like, one thing we've been saying, me and Michelle been saying since she came on there, run the dang ball, right? That's
Right.
that's a philosophy that get out the pass happy thing of the offense. If you have a terrible offensive line that can't pass protect past 2.5 seconds, why would you continue to pass the ball, especially deep routes, right? That makes absolutely no sense. If I have a terrible offensive line that can't pass protect, but they're big guys and maybe can run the ball, I will continue to run the ball until it shows no signs of working at all. He deviates from that too early and too often, and that's his issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And Henry, I see one of the comments earlier. When's the last time we had a 1,000-yard rusher? Who was it? Shady?
I know,
Or-
right?
It was shady.
Yeah, it was shady.
Come on.
It is.
How many years ago was that? Like,
I
seriously?
know.
And we've had
I know.
plenty of talent at that position to have 1,000-yard rushers year in and year out.
Oh, Richard Boo. Ooh, he just got me worked up. Ooh, I just got excited. Just got to chill down my spine.
You know what?
About Lewis Reddick for GM? Ooh,
That name's been
ooh,
popping up a lot.
Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh, what I love him to come in the building, man. I think he would be able to turn it around, no doubt.
I would love
really-
Lewis Riddick. I know what people are saying. You gotta get rid of Howie Roseman, and I kind of agree with that too. But truth be told, I really want to talk about this organization and break it down and be who's the mastermind that drafting. I want to know what went through these people's heads in this organization, not just Howie Roseman, but through their heads when they decided to draft JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Now that's what I want to know. I want to know who was the people that did it, who thought about it, who talked about it, and I want them gone.
Yeah, I want them going. Yeah, they all should be in
It
prison,
might-
not
it
just
might not
gone.
even- it might
They
not
should be
even be Howie Roseman.
arrested.
It might
This
not
is
even be
very
Howie Roseman.
Godfather-like. I want him gone. I want his family gone.
Yes, I told you, man. I wasn't being harsh or anything like that, but I said you got to kill Howie. If this was the mafia, you had to kill Howie. You can't let him live. I mean, survive even though you kick him out the family. No, you have to kill him. I'm sorry, but Lewis Riddick, I would love to see him come into the building, but he's not. I don't think there's no circumstance or scenario where he would come in and work under Howie Roseman, and that's why you got to kill him. That's why you got to kill him off, because people, the word around the league, people don't want to come play for. I mean, they don't want to come into this organization because of Howie Roseman, because of him. And if that's the case, then you really have to look in the mirror and say, all right, what is my priority here? I mean, we're shooting ourselves in the foot by not entertaining or not being attractive to the top talent out there as far as front office people when you have a guy like Howie that's dissuading people from coming here. So that's another reason why you really have to consider going in a different direction, man. I mean, he got us our Super Bowl, but this has not been a sustained run of success here. We got one Super Bowl, and we were definitely, after 3 years later, looking at our team now, looking at this dumpster fire, we are definitely a team in disarray, and this has not produced a winning tradition the way he won that Super Bowl. I'll give him all the credit in the world. He got it, but that philosophy is not a recipe for long-term success. As we can see 3 years later, we're doomed. Our salary cap is all screwed up. We're going to be like 60 million over the cap next year. We don't have any young, dynamic talent coming out of the past drafts we've had, the previous 3 years we've had. We don't have any outstanding talent coming out of that. So we've got to change directions, man. And then people like Louis Riddick is not going to come here and work under a Howie Roseman. With that being said, being positive about today's game, we can.
So you were all right. Cut off his hands. So being a positive thing, can you eat?
I'm just saying, man. I mean, it's hard to look at reality because that's the reality, man. And I'm not going to do you guys an injustice, any of the fans or anybody by being in fantasy land. I can't do that. That's Pat's job. Pat does that. We have jobs around here. My job is to be a realist. I'm the biggest cheerleader and all that stuff, but I'm going to look at it through clear lenses. Pat's job is to look at it through rose-colored lenses or green or midnight green-colored lenses, so to speak. So you take that to Pat and let me just do my job. Nichelle, we still find a niche for Nichelle. Nichelle keeps it real.
I keep it in the middle. You know, I keep it even. I keep it even.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm asking you guys out there. I'm going to ask my co-host now, but you guys out there, let me know. Knowing that Jalen Hurts' success is going to mean the retention of Howie Roseman and Doug Peterson, how eager are you to see the Eagles win today?
I want to see them win. I mean, I don't not want to see them win, but you know, I can't put my team on the TV and actually not root for them. It's not in my DNA for obvious reasons. But I just hope they protect young Buck. I really do. You know, he's going to have to use his feet. You know, hope the football guys are with him, that he does not get hurt behind the Swiss cheese O-line. And I would like to see him have some success. But again, you know, the odds are not in his favor. Like I said earlier in the show, rookies are 1-6 with the Saints. They're stingy with the run defense, you know, so Doug's going to have to coach his butt off today. Can he do that? Because it's all going to come down to coaching when you have those odds against you right now, and you're, you know, throwing in your backup. Come on, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot on the line today to see who's actually going to perform, and it's not just on Hurts' performance. It's on the O-line and it's on the coaching. I
100% agree with you. Is what you just said. I don't have to say another thing but take a shot.
Right?
I don't have to take nothing but take a shot, and I'm ready to take my shot.
All right, yeah. So this quarter is about over. Yeah, it's over now. Okay. All right, it's over now, so you can end the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so we're going into the third quarter. You are tuned in to Eagles Talk, our virtual online tailgate party here for our Philadelphia Eagles as they face the New Orleans Saints in just a little bit. I'm going to move away from being so real and so negative as people have said I am, and I'm going to go into what we need to do to win this game. You know, and I'm not even going to say what I think is going to happen, but I'm going to say we're going to go into what we need to do to win this game, because that's what we're going to all pray for, is that these things that we name and you guys out there tell us that we need to do to win this game. We're going to pray that this team does that so we can get out of here with the win. All right, so here we go. Eagles Talk. Eagles Coverage Show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So I am partaking in the Crown Royal Black. This black
the
guy
hen
over there
dog.
is really doing. He's doing his best Shannon Sharp impersonation.
I
And
got my
he's,
cigar. I got my cigar
Cigar.
right
You
next
need
to
your
me.
black and mild.
Yeah, you need
that
your
hen
black-
dog, that yak.
No, we don't do Black and Miles.
You know what? I lie to you not. If we win this game, not only would I have my Hennessy, I would have a little Black and Mild next to me.
Oh wow!
Michelle,
Pat,
so
don't
It
I'm
has
use
to
that.
hang off your lip, though. It has to
I
hang
will.
off
I'm
your
taking
lip.
it. I'm taking it, Michelle.
All
Hell
right,
yeah,
you
I'll
are
take that.
risking your membership in the Cigar Aficionado group to smoke a Black and Mild.
It's cigar. It's cigarello. That's what
We
it is.
shun people that
I
come
know.
around that smoke
I
a
know.
Black and Mild. Okay, all right, here we go. Hey, here we go. Down the hatch. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. All right, start the third quarter.
Wait a minute. If this doesn't hype you up, I would love the show to bring this out. Listen,
I wish he could be coach like half the commenters do. He needs to be the D coordinator.
Yeah, you got to give us more volume on that, though. But I feel like that, too. I feel like that.
You're now listening to the
oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mix it like that. I was just, when the spirit of Brian Dawkins take over, sometimes you get tunnel vision, and I could see it. These guys got to have tunnel vision today. They had to go out there with hold nothing back. Just go out there, balls to the wall. As a saying we would say in the locker room, hold nothing back. You got a quarterback today that's going to be a running quarterback. Let's be honest with you. He's going to be a running quarterback. He can throw the ball, yes, but he's going to be a running quarterback, and he's going to bring the hammer with him. Pause. He's going to bring it with him every single time he run the ball. So he's going to try to run you over. He's a utility guy. He plays tight end. He plays special teams. He plays linebacker. He plays running back. He plays whatever, and now he's playing quarterback. Tyson Hill was only a quarterback that could run when he was at BYU, but now he's a whole Swiss Army knife out there. So we got to bring it every freaking down.
All
We
right,
got Dallas Cowboys infiltrating. I see you.
They're here. Oh, y'all cow bitches there. All right, get them, guys. Get them. All right, here we go. Here we go. I just mentioned the 2 Cowboys fans that are in my house doing some work, and although I did shuck and jive with those guys and I busted up with them, they are doing a knockout job. They're doing some putting down some floors and stuff like that, and they're doing excellent work. So I guess not all Cal Turd fans are bad. So that's Gary and Dennis. Thank you guys so much for the work you're doing. And I wish your team, you know what it is. I tell them anyway. I tell them to their face, like, all right, it's still FYT. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your team. But you can do, I'm going to pay you. But I said, damn, y'all do a great job. If y'all wasn't Cowboy fans, we might be cool. But that's not the case. Anyway, all right, so we're going into this third quarter. And I just want to know from my co-hosts, as well as you guys out there, what do we need to do to win this game? Is it possible for us to pull out a win? If it's so, what we need to do, Pat? What do we need to do?
We need to have plays that haven't been seen before. Let's be honest. Malcolm Jenkins is a student of the game. Regardless of how much of a decline we think he might have, he's still a dynamic guy out there. And for him being in this offense, being in this organization for 5 years, he know this offense in and out. So we have to be. The whole play call has to be different from the past 13 weeks. You cannot come out there with the same play designs that you had the past 13 weeks and think that's going to be successful because you got a quarterback that maybe can throw the ball a little quicker or run out the pocket. That might not happen this week. So you have to be innovative. Doug Peterson has to starting to get off the rocker and say, you know what, I need to do things different. I need to open the left side of the playbook and start going with the right side of the playbook. Our defense needs to be more aggressive. When I say aggressive, all right, go cover 0 once in a while. Send all out blitz. Make them pay for having a quarterback that's not a Drew Brees back there. Don't get it twisted. Taysom Hill, he still can throw the ball, and he still got Michael Thomas in there. But I believe we need to be aggressive the whole game, offense, defense, and special teams. I need Jake Elliott to conjure that ability that he had from 2017, 2018, and stop missing these chip shot, extra points, field goals. This has to stop. Put your dynamic playmakers back there for kick returns and punt returns like you did last week with Jalen Rager took the punt to the house. I love Greg Ward for what he can do and catch the ball, but we need somebody back there that can actually be a threat. He's not a threat back there.
All right. What do you think we need to do, Nichelle, for this team to pull out a win? Because, people are calling me a hater because I'm being realistic. But going in this game, any given Sunday, we can win at any time. What needs to happen for the Eagles to pull out the win today with a rookie quarterback?
Well, I definitely think just on the defensive side of the ball before we get to Jalen Hurts, our D-line needs to show up, and they need to show up in a big way. To Pat's point, going cover zero, we got to make Taysom Hill pay. We got to knock him off his game to even give our offense and Hurts a chance to do something. So our D-line is going to have to show up in a big way because, the Saints are still, even post Breeze are doing a pretty bang-up job. So with that being said, on the offensive line of the ball, our O-line has to protect. And we need some plays with some ingenuity and give some different looks. Malcolm Jenkins does know. Come on. He could do that in his sleep.
Yep.
and defend us. So we're going to have to, go deep in the crate when it comes to the plays and show some new things with Jalen Hurts. If we're gonna put him out there, you got to bring everything in the kitchen sink. It's the Saints. They only lost 2 games. So
yeah, this is
they're
a
on
big,
a 9-game winning streak.
right.
yes. This is a big hurdle for the young guy to overcome. But if everybody shows up and plays to the level of expectations we have for them at the beginning of the year, which is not far-fetched. I mean, I'm not even talking about having her, like huge expectations. I'm talking about if some of these guys just played up to what we expected them to be this year, such as the defensive line. Let me, as an example, let me just use Malik Jackson and Hargrave. If these guys just played up to the level of expectation we had for them when we brought them to the team, we could be better. If our star cornerback we signed just plays up to the level of expectation that we had for him when we brought him in here. We don't need him to exceed. We don't need any of these players to exceed expectations. That's because thus far they have not played up to expectations. So if they can just play up to expectations, each player, we can possibly win this game. As far as philosophy, strategically, yeah, we have got to run the ball. Doug Peterson has got to do a better job, and I think he is. I think that this is a situation where he will do things differently because he knows he has a different quarterback back there. It seems like he does that when it's a quarterback other than Wentz. He will cater the offense to help that person out. I don't know why he doesn't do it with Wentz. It may be a compliment. We say it's disrespect. I know Nichelle thinks it's disrespect. It may be a compliment because I think that he is a pass-first guy, and he knows that Carson has the ability, and he's seen it in 2017 to do that. So maybe he does put more on Carson's plate because he wants his offensive philosophy to be prevalent in this situation here. But when he gets other quarterbacks, he realizes that they cannot execute his offensive game plan, so he pulls it back, runs the ball more, and kind of caters to what they do best. Now, I think that's backwards. I think you should do that for your franchise quarterback, but maybe this is his thinking. I don't know.
Maybe his offensive game plan just sucks.
Yeah,
It does.
that's a possibility too.
But I'm gonna
That's
get you guys right now. I need to get you guys' opinion because we're about to start. We're about to kick off the game right now. I did start a game day chat for the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, and fourth quarter. So everybody out there, go to our page, Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and get involved with the Eagles check that we have going on there for first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. But I do need to get you guys predictions because we're about to get our game on.
All right. I'm not giving a prediction. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We do well. That's my prediction. We do well. Jalen Hurts does well today.
All
There's
right.
my
Jalen Hurts
prediction.
does well. Go ahead. What do you say?
I gotta agree with this show. I think we do okay. I can't give you a win or loss.
All right.
I just need to see something that gives us hope for the future. That's all I'm looking for today.
Oh
That's it.
man. That's
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for hope for the future, and that's all I got. All right, you guys come back, and I promise. Well, I can't promise, but I'll try to be more positive, and no matter what the results are today. But tune in after the game. Eagles talk. Go watch the game. We're going to win this thing. Don't worry about it. We're going to win. We got this. We got this. All right, we'll see you guys after the game. We're out. Peace.
We go live in 5,